Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Top Gun Maverick, and this movie stars Tom Cruise and came out in 2022, and I enjoyed this movie more than I enjoyed the first movie, and I'm not really a fan of the first movie at all. I just find it to be really dull and boring for the majority of it, and it just basically offered me nothing, and this one I was surprised by how much more I enjoyed it, and it gave me what I wanted from that first movie, and I would say that this movie does work as a standalone film, and I think the action scenes and or flight sequences in this movie are great, and those are the highlights of the movie. Tom Cruise is really good in this film, and a lot of the acting is really good, and I also enjoyed some of the music, and my favorite scene in the film would be the first 10 minutes, where you basically just get an introduction to Tom Cruise's character, Maverick, and it just tells you everything you need to know about the character in just that one opening scene. And it really does a great job, and I thought they did a really great job with doing all of that, establishing the characters, and this movie does a good job at establishing characters in general, and you get a good sense of who they are, and they don't just feel like cartoon characters and like characters that you can't really believe or like. There's none of that in this movie. It's all more natural, is how I would put it. Just everything feels natural, how characters would talk in the world of this movie especially. And although there are a couple characters that I found to be kind of annoying, and there were also some elements to the film that I feel could have been removed, I do think this movie is well paced overall. It's just that whenever it's not any of the flight sequences, that's when the movie isn't great for me. I'm not saying any of those scenes are bad, it's just that there were points in this movie where I was starting to get a little bored by it, because I'm just not that invested in the characters. And the last 30 minutes I thought were really great and very satisfying, and really delivers what you want out of a movie like this. And for what it is, it's great. And I also thought how the flight sequences were filmed was very impressive, and you could see everything. Nothing was unclear. It wasn't any shaky cam nonsense, and there's some quick cutting, but it's to make the scenes feel fast paced, and it never gets to the point where it's annoying. And in this movie, there's lots of intent and lots of effort put in the action scenes, and the action scenes alone, along with Tom Cruise, really do sell the movie a lot. And if you're going into this movie wanting to see those two elements alone, then you're going to be satisfied. Whereas I didn't really get that in the first movie, unfortunately. And one other criticism that I did have with the movie was that there were some flashback sequences early on in the film that it was just flashbacks to the first movie, and I just felt as though you didn't really need that. And I understand why they did it by the end of the film, as the movie was going on also, but it makes sense why they did it. I just would have preferred if it wasn't in the film, so it would be a bit more subtle, and like you could read into what the character was thinking, and what the character's thinking isn't like super complicated or anything. It's pretty easy to understand, I think. And one last thing to mention about this movie, the visual effects, I didn't even notice them, and they were that convincing to me, and they were always seamless, and I'm not sure how much of this movie used them, but they did do a good job with them, and everything basically just feels practical, and like characters were actually flying, and it was all seamless, and I thought that they did a great job with that, and I would definitely recommend that you check this movie out. It was fun. The characters are improved over the first movie, and it gives you more of what you would want out of a movie like this, and overall it's just a major improvement for me over the first movie in basically every way. Not to say that it's like a perfect movie, but I still liked watching it, and I'll be seeing it again, for sure. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Top Gun Maverick a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Top Gun Maverick, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Triangle of Sadness. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.